I messed up.
Okay, alright guys, welcome back to yet another Romsky video. I know this is probably not the video you're hoping for. I know for sure it's definitely not the video I was hoping for. I finally found the time to kind of address my situation at the moment and, take you guys along for the ride because this is sport. This is how it works. Things happen. So yes, I am injured right now and I was actually supposed to compete in Boston Cranberry Cup. And I was listed in the initial entries, but then they took me out later because, well, about a week and a half prior, I did a thing. Long story short, I took not even hard fall. I took an awkward fall in a triple axel that just turned out to cause more damage than I would have liked in my right side of my body. Just to kind of go over it, I don't want to re-injure it. By the way, I'm recording this after some progress. Now I'm actually walking, but we'll take you back in a sec when I wasn't walking. I kind of just landed forwards, which is normal when I kind of bail on it, but then the foot got stuck and I kept going, but the foot stayed this way and I kept going. So yeah, really intense ankle and knee twisting action. Wasn't fun. I will be honest, when I initially hurt myself, I was kind of freaking out because I don't think I've ever hurt myself that bad on the ice before. This was probably high key. I was running through everything in my brain. When I first did it, the first thing I thought was bro, is my ACL still in one piece? Because the pain in my knee was so intense and I wasn't sure if I felt a click or not. I felt maybe a small click in the knee when I did it. And they always say if you hear a pop, then you definitely tore something. All I know that I was just lying on the ice, clutching my knee for 10 minutes. And I couldn't move and do anything. I was just basically just sitting there. And I asked Tracy and all the coaches to bring some jackets to put on top of me because there was no way I was moving. It was very intense pain. The fall happened kind of in slow motion in my brain. So I noticed my foot was getting caught in the ice and I kept going. And you think, okay, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And it just never did. And I just kept turning. I hit a range, imagine your foot twisting out like this, ankle and knee twisting out. A very unnatural angle. I didn't know my body could twist that much. I don't want to put a crazy image in your head, but I did not think that was possible. But my first thought was, bro, ACL gone. I don't know. Then I was getting pain in my my shin, so I thought maybe I broke a fibula or something. Your head goes into crazy places. I must say I'm super lucky that I have my sports science team and my health team on it immediately. I went to the hospital that day, got the x-rays, thankfully no break. Then as I got out of the hospital, I'm bro, my ankle hurts. And I didn't feel anything in the ankle. Maybe I just paid more attention to the knee and I didn't even feel it, or the boot holding it in was kind of not letting me or putting enough pressure that I wouldn't feel it. Regardless, I felt a lot of pain in my knee, but then 2 hours later, when I tried to walk, I'm I can't move my ankle. That thing's not moving. So another series of panic. It kind of sucks when you hurt one thing and then you realize you hurt another thing, Not the greatest feeling. But I quickly checked in with the doctor and the doctor cleared me and said, listen, your knee looks more or less stable. Maybe a tad looser, but more or less stable. So he right away wrote off ACL tear is probably not a thing. So I was whew, thank God. Not great, not terrible. This is going to be the whole slogan of the day. Not great, not terrible. So then I went to do the MRI. Again, super lucky that I have access to all these things because otherwise I'd be kind of in limbo for a long time. And so I got the MRI really quickly and then I got the MRI results. So I basically just got my MRI results. I'm at the rink and I'm still walking around with a crutch just to put less weight on it. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow I can just go without the crutch and just walk around in the boot. So just got the MRI results. Overall, not great, not terrible. So that's the big thing. It's kind of as expected, based on how I feel right now. Overall, I think some of the biggest notes were MCL strain in the knee, bone bruising in the knee joints, and a little bit of a small small meniscus tear slash degenerative tissue. The knee should probably resolve itself with the same timeline as the ankle. So it's the ankle is the bigger inhibitor right now. Ankle, for the most part, everything's okay. Everything's intact, so that's good. No big tear or anything. Slight bone bruise on one of the foot ankle bones things, and one ligament that's been stretched. So low grade, not full tear, just low grade strain, but a high ankle sprain. So it's located, here's the name. It's the ligament that basically attaches the tibia and fibula together. And it's also whenever you jump or pivot or twist, those two bones kind of splay out and move a little bit. And so it's not the best location when it comes to jumping. It's going to be kind of a slow comeback just because like I don't want to piss the ligament off. It's still a little puffy. It's been like 2 weeks and you can see around that area, there's color. Like there's just some blues, some purples, some greens. It's bruised up. It's got a bubble. I'm not going to show you my ankle. There's no need to see it. We really want that ligament to fully heal. Then I can start getting more strength in the ankle and start loading it more. And as long as the muscles around it are pretty strong, then the ligament can continue to heal. But that will be the biggest inhibitor right now. So I'm right now in like, just got the MRI results, which is like, we're week 2. Approaching this Tuesday, which is in a few days, it'll be 2 weeks since impact or whatever. And yeah. So obviously lots of good news from the MRI results, but also confirmation that, you know what, I'm going to be off the ice for a little bit of time, which kind of sucked because I had this like extra long off season and I was doing these extra things, taking advantage of doing more off ice training, going to Japan to train, just having honestly a really enjoyable summer training, getting 2 programs that I'm really happy about and really was proud of the training going into the summer. And you know, these things just boom, out of nowhere, done, you know. Sucks. I'll admit, it definitely like I knew when I did it, when I was on the ice line there, I'm like, this is unfortunate, but I'm not gonna dwell on it because like I knew immediately that there's no point on dwelling on it. But you definitely go through this moment where you're just like, bro, like you can do everything right, and then it's still one weird thing happens. And I don't know if there was something on the ice or what happened. I never had a fall like that before. Like usually when those things happen, you just, you know, you bail a little bit on the jump, you land on 2 feet, you sit down and nothing happens, but just somehow got caught in an awkward way. And it ended up being substantial, definitely substantial. So right away, now that we have the results and everything, the training doesn't stop. Updates, I just came back from physio, doing physio twice a week, coaching a lot. We're still working out, going to the gym. So the key right now is healing, but also staying strong enough so that when I come back on the ice, I'm not going to feel like a complete like noodle. So strengthening is focusing mostly on upper body stuff, maintaining upper body stuff, and then it'll slowly trickle down as the recovery gets better. I'm walking better. I'm not in the boot anymore, but I am still wearing a brace when I'm out and about, like outside the house. Physio's going great. We're doing a lot of work in the pool, and they've got this like cool like treadmill pool thing. It's like, I don't know, 8x10 pool, and you get dropped in the water. And the good thing is I can actually work the muscles around the ankle and around that injury while being less loaded, since I'm kind of like weightless, but I'm still actively moving and I'm still like biomechanically active in that area. So I can continue healing, but also getting the muscles ready and prepared for when I actually need to do stuff again. It's definitely not the best time to do it, so everything's gonna be pushed back a little bit, and we'll have to create a strategy going into the competitive season now. But thankfully, you know, I've got the team behind me. Everyone's doing the best that they can. And I'm looking forward to stepping on the ice. I'm going to be allowed to step on the ice next week, but like not really doing anything just because like, you know, I can't stress it out too much. And the knee, I still get some pain, so I can't like... See here, it's as low as I can go, but I start feeling the pain in the ankle, not in the knee. But then if I isolate the ankle out, that's as low as I can go with the knee. So, not all the way down. Not fully finished, but gonna continue the work. My number one thing is to keep busy and use and not just like sit around and like twiddle my thumbs all day. So I was wearing the boot, the walking boot, for about a week and a half because I could not flex my foot at all. Like it wasn't going to move. And you know, when you can't flex your foot, it's hard to walk. It's hard to go down sets of stairs. Even like, you know, when people say when you're about to have a cold and you get a sore throat and suddenly you become so thankful of the times when you don't have a sore throat, now just magnify that. And it's just like, you know, even like basic procedures are so much harder to do when you can't walk, you know, and you're like hobbling around your home. It sucks. It's definitely not fun. So now my priority is sticking to the new strategy. And so we're changing gears into recovery and healing, but still preparation for coming back on the ice, because I can't just like, you know, sit around and do nothing. I got to prepare my body and keep my body ready, kind of on ice ready, to the most that I can without disturbing the healing process. I'm approaching week 5 since impact, if you will. The improvement is steady. There's not huge gains day to day. It's like small improvements every day. So a little bit less swelling. Even now, like at the end of the day, my ankle still kind of inflates. I'm starting to ramp up a little bit. So I just stepped on the ice last week. So it was like the end of week 3 going into week 4 of healing, and just like footwork, spins and stuff. And then next week, week 5 is kind of exciting for me because, you know, I can start jumping. But even then, I'm going to have to like slowly build up. I'm feeling good. I'm a little disappointed and bummed out because I would have not, you know, liked this route for the season. But, you know, these things do happen. And changing gears, changing the strategy, and resetting our plan for the coming season. And on that note, like this video if you liked it, comment down below, tell me how you feel, and I will catch you guys next video, and hopefully we'll, you know, start jumping a little bit.